again. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, 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 what's up, what's up? It's Coach Nick Money in the house with the one, the only, the indelible one.
DBL, Nick's in the house.
And of course, the stock queen herself, the one, the only, DBL Moms. And we're ready for the show. We have to start off by telling you we're not financial or stock advisors, and this is not stock or financial advice. This is indeed a show.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey!
What they said. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, do what this guy says.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Ha-cha-cha. Sharing is caring. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not following us on Twitter, aka x.com, you could follow us at Coach Nick Money, at Coach Nick Money. And of course, you could also follow us on Twitch at Coach Nick Money,
At
Coach Nick Money. Of course, that is what you can do. And if you'd like, you can also join us at our private Discord where we call a lot of bangers a lot of times. We have already called ALLR, which ran 140% pre-market in the Discord. And of course, we had it as an early watch list from last night. So for 99 cents, you can try it out for 7 days, and then it's $39.99. Go ahead and check it out. The link is in the description, and it's also attached as the pinned comment, what he just said. So let's get right into it. Are there any questions on any particular stocks that anybody wants to take a look at?
Let's see, there's someone wanted CNTX.
CNTX, let's go take a look at CNTX. CNTX does have news. CNTX has been selling off. It had its moment in the sun earlier. CNTX had its moment in the sun earlier. You could see that it had a make or break point right over here, and then it dropped and ended up popping again. We had a high of $2.78, and since then formed a double top right over here and sold off. So right now, we're looking at right over here. We need to take a look at CNTX. CNTX is float. Let's go down. The float is 12 million, and it only has volume of 11 million. So even though it has news that came out that they announced an FDA clearance of IND application for phase 1 clinical trial of CTIM 76, that came out at around 7:30 this morning. We see that it did drop down, and it's currently up only 28% from its previous movement. So, what have you done for me lately? CNTX side chart. Side chart. So let's take a look at another run that occurred earlier in the morning. This one ran 170%, and of course we called it before the run in the Discord, ALLR, and then a massive sell-off. There was, let's get the graffiti pencil out. Let's zoom in. We're going to get the graffiti pencil out. All right, here we go. We want that graffiti pencil right there. We're going to go right there. And this was a channel right here that it was in for quite a long period of time. And, of course, it formed what appears to be a head and shoulders pattern, which, of course, is a bear reversal pattern. You can see the shoulder.
The head.
The head.
And then the shoulder.
And then the shoulder over there. And then, of course, the sell-off. So that's what happened with ALLR. ALLR as well had news. ALLR's news was that they showed that man, these medical terms. Stenoparabib, badabadaba, shows clear clinical benefit and achieves significant milestone with early conclusion of phase 2 trial in advanced ovarian cancer. This news came out at 8 o'clock. And the float on this sucker is very low at 308,000 shares. And the volume is already at 18.45 million. So I would say I'm going to still keep an eye on it, even though it's sold off. And I'm thinking, huh?
Did you mean to say Stina Parab?
Shut up. Shut up. He thinks he knows how to pronounce that. Okay. You simmer down there, Chopper. Simmer down, because I'm drawing with my graffiti pencil over here. So we got the graffiti pencil right here, and we could potentially say maybe there is a potential of a descending wedge reversal, bull reversal, and we would need to see it curl. It needs volume, and the only reason why I still find it necessary to have as a side chart is because, in fact, it is curling off what looks like a descending wedge. Yes, it does. And in addition to that, it has news, and the float is low. So I'm going to have it on a side chart, but it needs to do a lot better than what it's doing currently. And, of course, we know that VWAP is at the $2.85 mark, $2.85. So again, side chart. We're still looking. We're still looking. It's before the 9:30 bell, so we're hunting. We're on the Serengeti. We're on the Serengeti, and we're going to take a look at SGBX. SGBX. And apparently this pumped and dumped. The old pumperoo and dumperoo. It's currently up 33%. Safe and Green Holdings announces collaboration and safe sales of modular units to Brighton Inc. That was an 8:30 news, and you could see it pumped and dumped. This stock has in the past run. So one more time, it's going to go on the side chart. Let's clear this up. Let's get rid of some of the older drawings. And clean it up a little bit. Yeah, right there. Let's go into a different time frame and see what's going on with it. Yeah, we could do that. Let's go 5 minutes. 5 minutes is not enough. Let's go to the 1 hour. 1 hour. Where are you? Let's go to 1 hour right there. And we can see that it had a high today of $4.57. That doesn't really help us. Let's go to the 180-day. 180-day doesn't show us anything either. Let's go to the daily chart, and that's when you start seeing some stuff here, right? So we can go there, and maybe over there, and maybe right there, and then we can zoom in at the 1 minute and see what it looks like at the 1 minute, and maybe do this right here and see that there is apparently room, but it is selling off pretty harshly. So again, what have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately? Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep on hunting on the Serengeti. We are still looking. We are still hunting for the prey. ASPN, another early mover this morning, ASPN. And it is pretty choppy. It had a high of $20.50. Not schmexy. We will keep on a moving, keep on a grooving. How about we take a look at the one, the only EBS. EBS was running earlier this morning, and it ran last night on earnings. But since then, it formed the Head and Shoulders, and we had a channel over here as well. But let's take a look at where it was where the Head and Shoulders was there. We had a shoulder over here, a head over here. And a shoulder over there. And then after that happened, you had the flusheroon over here. The flusheroon. But it looks like it's trying to break that trend. So we'll give it a side chart. Doesn't have a lot of volume going on. But it does have the earnings levels. It has the earnings news. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the show, please consider sharing. Because sharing is always caring. And we greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's so appreciative of that. Okay, we got a heavy floater that's bouncing around. ENVX. The stock has a lot of float. ENVX is a 139 million float stock, and it's currently up 32%. And we have news on Q1 2024 earnings call transcript. That's from yesterday. That's the news, and that's why it's up this much. And I don't particularly like it because of its float, but I will give it a little bit of graffiti pencil action just to show some love. And we can see that there is a degree of trend being its friend. But again, the float is super heavy, so we will keep on hunting in the Serengeti for the next stock. Yeah. The next stock. APVO ran earlier on no news, and now looks like Garbaggio. We like to call it Garbaggio. Yes, shoulder. A head over here. And a shoulder over there. And the regular Head and Shoulders. And of course, we had the little flusheroon over there. And it is barcoding. So we don't want to take a look at that one at all. No. Okay, we will keep on hunting the Serengeti, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep on hunting for a ticker that makes sense. Okay, let's go and take a look at CNTX. And see if anything improved. No, it did not. How about we take a look at CTMX, yesterday's parabolic runner that we called before it ran parabolic. I hate to repeat myself, but it is the truth, ladies and gentlemen. And we can see that there is a lot of consolidation going on with CTMX. And just because it ran so hardcore and it had news yesterday, we will be keeping it on our side chart. Side chart, ladies and gentlemen, side chart action. HUBC ran earlier and now seems to be pulling back. This is the cybersecurity Israeli company, HUBC, and it now is only up 11%. I actually took a trade on this earlier and was green on it. And the news on it was that it was awarded a key contract by the Israeli Airports Authority. That was the news. It's a 4 million float. Volume is only 4 million. And you can see that it looks quite barcode-ish at this point. Barcode-ish. And it seems to be selling off. It's below VWAP. And certainly we can say that maybe this is a formation of another Head and Shoulders right here. Maybe. Over here. Right there. And over here. And then there's the bigger Head and Shoulders over here. So you could see that there was a sell-off with an attempt. Come on now. Give me that. There we go. There. Shoulder, head, and a shoulder. And it's all barcode, and we don't like that. And, of course, the price action went down. And then it tried to recover and form the shoulder and a head right at VWAP, and then another shoulder, and maybe we see another flush. Not schmexy at all. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still hunting the Serengeti for the next stockaroon. The next one. Another one. Let's go to SVRE. SVRE. Not enough volume. Sub-dollar. Let's get the graffiti pencil and create a level over here. Okay, so this is the high right there. And not schmexy at all. Not schmexy. Next, we're going to take a look at another one. NUWE. Another penny stock. NUWE. Oh, too many E's. Get rid of the E. We're having a sale on E's. We're having a sale on E's. Okay. So this stock is up a little over 15 cents. Also barcoding, not enough volume. And it's currently up 13%. 13%. It has 6.8 million volume, float, but the volume is only 1.13 million. So it is curling up. Let's keep an eye on it. It is a cheapo stock. Does it have any news? NUWE received USPTO notice of patent allowance for innovative pediatric CRRT technology. That was at 9 o'clock. Let's keep an eye on it. It's cheap. It does have news. Maybe we'll get some volume coming into it. Volume. While we're at it, let's clean up the drawings for a second. Let's go ahead and get rid of old drawings and create some new drawings to create some new memories. Yes, indeed. Thanks for the memories. Ha 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 ha. La. Okay, so we've cleared that out. Let's go ahead and change the time frame to a 5 minute. 5 minutes. See if it gives us anything to look at. And you can see it has been consistently selling off for the past 5 days from 40 cents all the way to 15 cents, and you have what looks to be a dead cat bounce, but you do have a patent news. I don't know how strong that is. We don't have a heck of a lot of volume yet. We only have 1.24. I think I'm going to put it on a side chart. Absolutely, because you know what? It does have news. It's very cheap. The float's not ridiculously high. And yeah, side chart action. I think it's worth keeping in the side chart. Let's zoom in to the 1 minute again. 1 minute. 1 minute. And we can see barcoding, which shows us that there's a lack of liquidity. You can see the barcode right here. Look at that. Right there. And how about right there? Right there. See that? Right there. That's another barcode right there. So you can see the barcoding action, which is indicative of market makers creating liquidity where liquidity does not exist. All right, so not schmexy on that end, but let's go to the leading gainer, which took a beating, a shellacking. Let's see if it starts to recover. ALLR, it did have news, and it did have a nice little run. And if we zoom in, let's get the graffiti pencil out. Here we go. Boom. And right over there. And boom, right over there. So as we can see, it did form a head and shoulders pattern. It went up 140%. Shoulder, Head, shoulder, flusheroon, right? It did a little consolidation in this channel, and then a flusheroon to a descending wedge, and it's now curling up. It just went over the 9 EMA, it went over the 20 EMA, and it's looking to potentially tickle the bottom of the VWAP. It might tickle the bottom of the VWAP, but I don't see any bottom tails, which are my preferences.
We like the bottom
We
tails.
love the bottom tails. We don't like top tails. Top tails are yucky. Let's change the time frame to the 5 minute. Take a look and see what's going on with it. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's go take a look, and you can see, again, there is confluence. That's a big fat owl word. Confluence between the 1 minute and the 5 minute. How smart do I sound? I feel so regal. Will you get me that royal purple coat to wear with the cap? What do they call that cap? A crown. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'll get you the tea.
Yeah. A little tea and crumpets, and make sure that the hounds are out as well.
Hounds.
The hounds. Yes, indeed.
The hounds.
Mm.
Yes.
And I got my espresso. Ice.
He's drinking it with one pinky up.
Ooh, I am regal this morning. Oh my God. Even my underwear are purple. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Too much
yeah.
information, DBL moms? I know. It's our secret, but hey, I got to share. I have my friends on right now. My friends are on. Here we go. All right, so we do have a curl happening, and I guess you could also say that on the 1 minute, maybe it's like a cup and handle. Let's see if it looks like a cup and handle on the 5. Might be too soon for that. Yeah, kind of, sort of. It's a little bit more clear on the 1. There's not a heck of a lot of volume on it, but it is the leading gapper. It has news, and it's a low float stock, and I like that type of stuff. I like that. It is currently up 99%, and Allery rallies on conclusion of mid-stage trial for its ovarian cancer treatment after showing clinical benefits. That came out at 9 o'clock this morning. 9 o'clock this morning, but here's the kicker. The float's only 308,000 shares. 308,000 shares. DBL Moms, 308,000 shares. That's right. And it has volume currently of 20 million shares. So it got taken back quite a bit, but I'm going to keep an eye on it because it looks like it's forming a sub-VWAP cup and handle bull pattern. Let's get the graffiti pencil out and draw a schweikel right where we think this might be a cup and a handle. Cup and a handle. Look, we're going to get really fancy right now. We're going to get the text out. Boom, right there. Text, and we're going to say cup and handle? Question mark? And we're going to say, okay, cup and handle, right? Off of the descending wedge. I probably should have put it higher, but okay. You get the point. That's the cup and handle right here, right? And it was off a descending wedge. Many times you'll see a descending wedge form a cup and handle after it starts to curl. Curling up is what's up. It's doing its curls. It's working its biceps, ladies and gentlemen. So we will keep an eye on it. But right now, still not super schmexy. 98%, 99%, but not a lot of volume. Now, before we get away from ALLR, we do want to take a look at the volume. So the volume is diminishing. However, it is not in this oversold area of the RSI. So that's a good sign. It's smack in the middle of the RSI. So it has to decide, is it going to be oversold or overbought? Right now, it's in the middle, so it seems to be neither. And you can see the consolidation action showing that as it moves in a horizontal pattern. Okay, so we will come back to you, ALLR. Thank you for the memories early. Thank you for the memories earlier today, and hopefully you will come back to show joy to the world. EBS. Isn't it Christmas yet? It's Christmas. Joy to the world. ALLR ran, and I made money on it earlier in the morning. Okay, EBS has earnings news, and also, and let's see what else. Oh, I heard that they got rid of or are getting rid of 300 jobs, so they're what's that word? Parsing their staff. They're firing people, darn it. They're firing people. They're cutting costs. They're laying people off. 300 people, and they had earnings as well, and it's currently up 49%. The float is on the thick side, THICC, 51 million, and the volume's kind of low. You could see, again, it had the head and shoulders bear pattern and has been consistently selling off. We do have a downward trend line, but if we zoom in, then we do a zoom, and if we extend the zoom line, the descending trend line, the zoom line, we can see that it's trying to break up, but again, it does not have a lot of volume, and you can see that it doesn't have a lot of volume because it's barcoding. And as we always say, barcoding is usually an indication of market makers trying to create liquidity. Liquidity. Lack of volume. Lack of volume. Yeah, Shay. All right, we got some other tickers coming in. All right, CRKN. This is a penny, very risque, and it is pushing up somewhat. It's currently up only 5%, and it's a 5-penny stock, so it is super risky. And again, it announced new fiber construction customer and project in Idaho. And it's kind of a big float, but again, it's only 5 cents, so we can give it a little bit of a pass. 47 million shares. The volume's only 1 million, and it seems to be curling. Curl. Now you could see it had a high of 6.5 pennies. Would it be nice to say 6.5 pence? 6.5 pence. I want to feel very regal and British today. I do have my purple coat and my crown, and my purple underwears. Yes, indeed. Okay, it is moving up. 7.58%, moving up very slowly on very low volume. Side chart FLA for CRKN. Side chart. Let's go to Hub C. Israeli cybersecurity company. It looks kind of chappy. Let's zoom up. Chappiness, barcoding, not schmexy at all. How sad. EBS. It's above the trend line, as you can see, the downward trend line. It is above the downward trend line. I guess you could conceivably say that on the 1 minute, maybe you have an inverted head and shoulders. Let's get the graffiti pencil out. So that would be a shoulder, that would be a head, and that would be a shoulder. But you don't have enough volume because it looks like a barcode, and we don't like the barcode. The barcode sucks. Sucks. You know, you put them on your feet, the sucks. That's what it says. It sucks. SGBX is the next stock in the show, and you can see it popped and dropped on news, and it looks like it's trying to curl. It's trying to, in fact, curl. It's currently up 27%. Safe and Green Holding announced a collaboration and sales of modular units to Brighton Inc. And the float on this stock is 10 million, but the volume is only a half a mil. So not a lot of volume, but it is trying to break VWAP. And I guess we could draw some levels for it. Let's get the other graffiti pencil. Out. So how about right there, boom. How about right there, boom. And then of course the high right there, and maybe over here. So those are some of the immediate levels. Let's go to a higher time frame. Let's go to 5 minutes. Let's see what 5 minutes looks like. And you can see it's super spread out over the 5 minute mark. Let's go a little bit longer. Let's go 1 hour. Okay, that doesn't really help. Let's go 4 hours. Okay, that doesn't really help either. Let's go to 1 year. 1 year, and when you get to the 1 year mark, you could start seeing a little bit more clearly that things are happening over here. So maybe we could do something here and maybe over there, but we need volume. So again, what have you done for me lately, SGBX? Later for now. We will come back and see if you actually keep moving away from VWAP or if that's just a little bull pucky. Bull hockey, ladies and gentlemen. CNTX also had news. CNTX, and then it sold off, and it continues to sell off. It's kind of holding support at the 200 EMA, and it's trying to curl CNTX, and what do we have on it? CNTX is up currently 27%. That's a significant drop from earlier this morning, and that had FDA clearance of IND application for a phase 1 clinical trial of CTIM 76, whatever that means. The float on it is 12 million, kind of steep, and the volume is 12 million, and it is trying to curl, but it is really very far from VWAP. VWAP is right around the $2 mark, $2.02 mark, and currently it is lingering around the 172, 173, 174 mark. So it's got work to do. You better work those biceps and do some curls there, Chopper. And then maybe we'll talk. Maybe. I'll let you know. I'll have my people talk to your people. But you know what is starting to move? ALLR, the leading runner. And yes, indeedy, we did have that cup and handle that we talked about, right? So we had a situation where it had a head and shoulders pattern right over here, and it did a consolidation in this channel. This channel right here is going to be a pretty significant resistance and support area. So let's get the graffiti pencil out to clarify the situation. So right over here at 294, we're going to have significant resistance. And then if I zoom in here, you could see that we had the descending wedge that led to a cup and handle, and now a breakout, and it did break out over VWAP. Does it stay over VWAP? We need to see it break 294, and the next major level will be 317, and then of course we'd like to see it go over 340. That is on the 1 minute time frame. 1 minute time frame. 1 minute time frame. Okay, let's get to the 5 minute time frame. 5 minute time frame. Let's zoom in, and you could see a cup and handle formation on the 5 minutes. So you have a confluence. In other words, the 5 minute and the 1 minute are in agreement. They're in agreement. Let's take a look at some other indicators. Let's take a look at some other indicators as it tickles the resistance area of 294. We need it to break 294. We're going to keep an eye on it. We're looking. Now, the one thing that makes me a little hesitant is that the level 2 is kind of all over the map. And that's kind of concerning me. And it's also concerning me that we're seeing a top tail. We don't like top tails. We like the bottom tail. We want bottom tail. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want bottom tails, share the stream. Sharing is caring. Bill. Thank you so much for the subscription as well. We appreciate that. Sharing is caring. And let's have some fun, because we're going to watch ALLR as we move closer to the 9:30 bell. And again, a lot of times these stocks that run pre-market will do a fake breakout, and they will then dip. They could dip and fade away, or they can rip after the dip. Not financial advice, just sharing what I usually see. Right?
This is just a show.
And it's just a show. You guys got to do your own due diligence, ladies and gentlemen. Your own due diligence. Not advice. We're just having a little bit of a showdown. A little show time. A little play money right here. That's what we're doing. A little play money. Okay, so again, we have strong resistance at 294. It's breaking over it, but it's not really taking off, and it doesn't really have a lot of volume. So we're still waiting to see. We're waiting to see if it starts to move. Let's see if there's anything else that we could take a look at other than ALLR. But right now, it seems to be the best show in town, and it's not that schmexy yet. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not schmexy yet. I'm just saying. DBL Moms, not schmexy yet. Do you agree? Yeah. It needs volume. It needs volume. And we want some bottom tails. Come on, bring the bottom tail in. Make us happy. We got people that want to see. They want to see a runner. Come on. Now you see how it's not breaking out cleanly off of that 294. This is what's concerning me. We've got less than a minute. Let's see what happens. Does it dip and then rip? Does it dip and fade away? I don't know, but I'm going to wait and watch. There should be a lot of choppiness at the bell. That's usually what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, that's usually what happens. And a lot of times there's these false little breakouts. We got a very wide bid and ask on the level 2. I'm a little concerned about that. I'm looking at the RSI. It's moving towards overbought, but it's not in the overbought area. And there's not a clear situation. I mean, you have a white volume candle here, so obviously there's quite a battle going on between the buyers and the sellers, the bulls and the bears. The bulls and the bears are fighting it out, and we have a lot of top tails, which I always hate. I do not like top tails. I want the bottom tails. They're schmexy. The bell has just run. Let's see what happens. We got a little bit of a bottom tail. And it looks like it's starting to pull. So does it break the 140% high of pre-market? Let's see. We're looking, we're watching. And it is coming above to trying to break that top resistance area. This is a key area to break that resistance. It's now up 129%. It's forming a doji. Again, not totally clear that it's going to keep on going. Not a lot of volume. We do have a massive green candle, and it is starting to approach the overbought area. But again, it did the overbought area on the RSI earlier today. So will it have enough juice? We need to see it pump it up. And right now, it seems to be giving us a top tail. Again, was that a little bit of a bull? A little bit of bull trap? A little bull trap, maybe? And there goes the flush of ruin, as we thought it would do. Right? So it kind of like, it kind of ripped and then dipped, and now will it rip again? Did it catch bulls and bears? Possibly. Let's see what else is going on. SGBX, let's take a look at SGBX. And SGBX is selling off. Yuck. How about CRKN? High risk type of stock. CRKN, high risk kind of stock. 5-cent stock, not a lot of volume, doesn't look that schmexy. Let's go back to ALLR, see what's going on over there, and it is trying to recover. Again, it is at that resistance point of 294. Let's get the graffiti pencil out and create that channel. This is a significant channel that is forming resistance. Now, what I like is it's staying above VWAP, but it is having a lot of problems with the 294 level. I need to see it break that 294 level and then break this 317 level to make me feel more warm and fuzzy inside. We'll come back and see what happens with this. Oh, wait a minute. It's moving. It's trying to tickle 317 again. 317. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put an alert a little bit higher than 317. Let's put an alert right there. 319. Boom. Bada bing. Let's see if it comes back and busts through. I'm going to stay here for a few minutes because it looks like it's trying to break that resistance level. The next level after 317, if in fact it breaks it, would be 340. Again, it has a little bit more volume, but still certainly not enough volume to make it schmexy.
Not schmexy.
And we still have a definite, huge dichotomy between the bid and ask. A big spread. Let's take a look at what it looks like on the 5 minute, and it is a top tail. That's right, and it's also a top tail. Actually, it's almost like a doji, almost. But it's trying to form a bottom tail on the 5. Will it resolve itself? Will it, in fact, resolve itself? It seems to be the most active stock so far this morning, but we'll come back to it. NXTT is another ticker that just popped up, and it does not look schmexy at all. Back to ALR. And on the 5 minute, we have what looks like an attempt at creating a bottom tail, but it's not just a bottom tail just yet. And when we go to 1 minute, you could see that it is struggling to break that 317 mark, but it is continuously pushing up, and we have almost 1 million shares moving. And again, this is a stock that has only 300,000 shares, and it has in fact moved above. It's up currently 142%. And will it break the high of 340? Yes, it does. Hold on, 145. You little tease. 148. Okay, so the new high is now 346, but you see how it creates that tail? This is a very, very, very dangerous stock. I tell you. Very, very dangerous. So it had a high of 148%, and then it has this top wicked tail, huge, massive red volume, and this is kind of scary. So we're going to move on to another tickeroon. Another one. But thank you so much for 100 and what?
148.
148. Yeah. 148, ladies and gentlemen. 148. But what have you done for me lately? ALLR. Let's go to the next ticker, ASPN. ASPN. And it does not look good at all. No, sir. That is horrendous. See you later. Ciao. Bye for now. EBS. EBS had its early pop. And then you could see Head and Shoulders, a drop, and we were concerned that it would potentially need to break this downward trend. We saw what looked like the possibility of an inverted Head and Shoulders, and in fact it did break, but we said it was barcoding. It broke, and then we'll look at all these horrible candles going green, red, basically destroying bulls and bears. Bulls and bears! They both got whacked. They got whacked. The Sopranos took care of them, right? The Sopranos? The Sopranos. Or who's the other guy? Pacino there? The Pacino, the Godfather. The Godfather. Or what's the other guy? Tommy. Was it Pesci? Yeah. Am I here to entertain you? I'm funny how? How am I funny?
Or Tommy Vercetti from Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. There you go.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on EBS. It does have some news of earnings, and they also are laying off 300 people to trim down their expenses. But right now, it looks like it's been barcoding, and it looks quite risque. Let's go to the videotape and see if we can get another ticker. How about CNTX? And it had that major pop that we saw. It does have news. It broke down and then had another breakup, and it created this double top, and flushed out all the way down to the 200 EMA, and now it's trying to do a slow recovery towards VWAP, which is roughly around the $2 mark, and it's got a long way to go. So, CNTX, side chart, ladies and gentlemen, side chart. You know what stock is really moving quite a bit, but it's super expensive? Carvana. We'll just take a look at it just to, for shiz and giggles. And yes, indeed, it's currently up 36%, but you can see it's $118. Not within the wheelhouse that we usually play around with, but we figured we'd just take a look at it. Hi, Carvana. Nice to see you. We'll check you out later. Bye. And now we have another ticker, ENVX, super thick float. ENVX, super thick float. And you could see that we had drawn a trend line. So let's get the graffiti pencil out to extend the trend line, and we can see that the price action has moved below the trend line. And again, it is a heavy floated stock, not that schmexy, currently up only 30% from a previous high. Let's go back to EBS. It seems to be moving. EBS seems to be moving. It is curling and breaking through VWAP, and we have it currently up 62%. Again, EBS had earnings news as well as laying off 300 employees to make themselves more lean and mean. Lean and mean, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we had resistance over here at this mark right here, which is $3.16. It has formed the top tail. We don't like top tails.
We like the
bottom, baby.
Tails.
It's all about the bottom. Hey, if you like the bottom tails, put it in the comments. Bottom tails. Hashtag bottom tails. It's moving. Broke through 317. It needs more volume, but it is still moving, and it is currently up 69%.
Nice.
Hey, ow. I'm talking about the price action, DBL moms. Come on. Can't anybody have some fun? Holy moly, what's going on over here? All right, now it's 67%. If it goes to 68%, I owe you one. Ow, Mom, DBL mom, stop. You're killing me over here. You're killing me. I'm a good boy. Come on now. All right, so price action is not really that aggressively moving, but it is moving, so we'll keep an eye on it. Right now, it's where the attention seems to be. It is moving kind of slowly. We can create some levels over here, some key levels. Let's go and do some key levels. How about over here? Right there. All right, and we can probably do another one right there. And of course, we could probably do one just before the high of the day, which was $3.50. So $3.54 would be another one right over there. And then let's go to the 5-minute time chart. 5 minute, and we can see that it is moving significantly up on the 5 minute. Let's do one of these joints right there. Let's go to a higher time frame to see if we can draw some more key levels, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. That doesn't help. How about if we go to the 4-hour chart? If we go to the 4-hour chart, we can see that it would be a little bit more easier to draw some levels. How about over there? And how about there? Right there. And how about that level right there? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And we can maybe even draw a level over there. And a level over there. And a level over there. Right there. Ooh, right there. That level. And let's zoom in. Hold on. 1 second. Let's zoom in. So those are some levels for us. We will come back. So we have a message.
Sono Crease and Timo says bottom tail.
Bottom tail, baby. Bottom tail. It's all about the bottom tail. All about the bottom. Yo, I hunt bottom tail all day, all night. I'm just saying. All day, all night. Well, pre-market, regular hours, and after hours. Get your head out of the shoe there, child.
I never said no.
Get your head out of the... You know what? You're upsetting me. It's time for my espresso ice.
He's
Hello.
upsetting
Mm.
Put the pinky up.
Told you I had that royal purple underwear. Royal purple underwear with the royal purple coat. DBL moms absolutely loved it, especially when I put the crown on. Hey! It's a party, DBL moms. Hey! There you go. Hey, we got some cannabis stocks moving. CGC. Of course, there was news earlier in the week that the federal government was contemplating making cannabis less of a bad drug. So that moved it, and we currently see Canopy Growth Corporation up 12%. Okay, I mean that's a nice, but I need action, man. I need action. How about ASPN? ASPN is curling, and maybe we'll have a high test at 21.50. Let's see. Doesn't have a lot of volume. Not at all. Not sexy.
Not schmexy.
Not even a little bit. Let's go to the videotape. Let's go take a look at the one, the only EBS. And it is stalling out. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a resistance area right over here at 334, and it's not even making it. We need it to stay above 317 to continue to show us that it's willing to keep on going. We had drawn a break of the descending trend line and a head and shoulder inverted, and in fact it was a reversal, and it had a nice little turn on slow volume. It had a nice little turn, but now I say, what have you done for me lately? Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at ALLR, the leading runner of the morning. It's got its track shoes on. Is it Reebok? Is it Nike or something else? Hey, I don't know, but we're open for sponsorship, so just contact us, shoe companies. Hey now, gotta make some money. All right, so right now we can see that ALLR, let's review ALLR. It is in a channel. Nope, it went under the channel. We don't like that, and now it's a top tail. You see, you messed up the story. I was trying to make the story nice, but again, I don't really trust this stock that much because of all these top tails. We are fans of bottom tails, like our boy said on YouTube. He said, Betam tail. Sono said bottom tails. Come on. And we got a bunch of top tails. So you know what? I'm just going to take the graffiti pencil and create this resistance area because it seems to be a respected resistance area. I don't respect it, but the stock price does. So hey now. Hey now. Okay, so we will come back to you because you don't look particularly schmexy right now. You don't look schmexy. Let's go back to EBS. EBS, let's see if it has any juice in the tank. EBS is trying to stay above the 317 level, which was resistance until it broke, and then it became support. And now it seems to be resistance again with a top tail. Top tailness. So, all right. But EBS has gone up 63%. That's where it's at right now. Yes, indeedy. Let's zoom back a little bit. And it obviously had a nice run earlier to 354 before It tanked on this Head and Shoulders, and right now it's just above the 317 mark with relatively low volume. We're going to keep an eye on it because there's really not that much that looks schmexy. But you know what? I'm going to put a little bit of an alert over here, and we'll come back to you. Prove yourself. You got to prove yourself to me, EBS. Prove yourself, because I'm going to go to this SGBX. Don't take it the wrong way, but hey, what have you done for me lately? Now, you can see that this stock popped and dropped to a cup and handle, but it wasn't a clean cup and handle because it dropped again, and then it went up and went back down. Again, not very trustworthy at this juncture. Not schmexy. We're going to go to ASPN, and it is a choppy mess. but it's up 37%, but it is a choppy mess. Does it have news? Let's see. Up 37%. Aspen Aerogel. Earnings. It beat earnings. That's what it is. It beat earnings on May 1st, which was yesterday. The float is massive at 72 million shares, and the volume's only 2 million, and that's why the chart looks like a mess. It has a big float and a little bit of volume. We don't like that. Back to ALLR. It seems to be moving. ALLR. ALLR? No, it's not. No. We will come back to you because you're not schmexy. APVO was moving earlier and then sold off, and now it seems to be trying to come back. But again, it is barcoding, which means it's not super liquid. And in that case, I would say you're not schmexy. APVO, you're not schmexy. Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, just say not schmexy because we don't like that. Wait a minute. EBS hits a mark. Hold on. EBS. Holy moly, it is fighting to go back up. It broke the 317 again. Let's zoom in. Zoom. And this is what it looks like in a zoomed in view. Let's go to the 5 minutes, see what the 5 minute looks like. 5 minute looks very similar, but you got the top tail. So there's a degree of indecisiveness on the part of buyers. 1.5 million shares on the 5 minute. And let's take a look at what it looks like on the 1 minute. The 1 minute, it only has 444,000. And again, it's pulling back to that support resistance area of 317. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, not schmexy until it breaks that level. We want to see it break that level. Come on. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. We need to see some momentum, some pep in its step, if you will, some pep in its step. You know what I mean? Yeah. ALLR is another one that we're going to go back to. It was the leading runner. It still is the leading runner, but it wasn't looking too schmexy, and it still does not look schmexy. In fact, it looks kind of bearish, Doubles. Yeah, looks kind of bearish. Check this out. We're going to get our graffiti pencil out, and I would say right over here is a head. Actually, it's not even a head and shoulders. It's a double top. Double top. Double top. Do we see a flusheroon? Looks like it. Looks like a flusheroon. And indeed, we do see a flusheroon. And that's where the 200 EMA is. I'm feeling a little snotty today. It's part of my regality, right? I got my purple underwear, my purple coat, and my crown. But I feel a little snotty because I have a cold. So, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, as I blow my nose. Wow! Wow, that was powerful. That was powerful. Wow. Okay. Now I can't breathe. Okay. I can't win.
I mean,
all right.
Cold, man.
Listen, I have to do this for the peeps. The peeps want this. Yes. And I wish I had some runners to talk about, but so far they look kind of anemic. They look. Hey, Sisu on the scanner. I spoke too soon. Sisu parabolique. 29%, but there's a top tail. Now, this is a very interesting stock, ladies and gentlemen. This has a super low float. 95,000 shares. Super low float. And the volume sounds like it's low, but it's a low float stock. The volume is actually higher than the float at 252,000 shares, and we had a high of this price right here, 1093. Let's get the graffiti pencil out and mark the high, 1093, 1093. And did it halt? No, it's just moving slow because it is a low float stock. low float stock that has popped and dropped dramatically. And you could see a lot of the poppage and droppage in the 5 minute. And if we go 20 days, you could see even bigger pops and drops. It has a history of doing pops and drops. Liquidity issues, absolutely certainly liquidity issues, but it is a low floater, and currently the volume is in excess of the float by about 2 to 1. Not exactly a lot of volume, but worth keeping an eye on. Sizu. Side chart, ladies and gentlemen. Side chart on Sizu. I really hope Sizu makes money because I like saying Sizu. Don't you guys like when I say Sizu? Especially when it goes up over 100%, 200%. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, we got a message.
If the chart gives us the schmecks, we will give it the E.
Yeah, baby. It needs some schmexiness. Ladies and gentlemen, we need schmexiness in the world. It's what's necessary. I mean, it's what everybody wants. It's what everybody needs. Okay, let's take a look at the 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart on Sizu, and you can see it's testing the 1094 level. It's currently up 30%. Doesn't have a tremendous amount of volume, but once again, it is a very, 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 very micro mini float. So will it break through the 1094 mark? It doesn't look that schmexy at this point. It doesn't look that schmexy, but we will wait because I don't see any other ticker really kicking it into high gear. So let's see if it can resolve itself and push through. Come on now, pump it up. Sizu, you gave us 30%. Looks like it's stalling out. It looks like it's stalling out. Now, I hate to say that, but it looks like it's stalling out. Yeah. It looks like a little bit of a stall out. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe stalling out. Let's go back to EBS. Let's see what EBS is doing. EBS, again, trying to make its way. We got resistance right over here at around 333. It is not moving with much authority, not a lot of volume, but let's see if it can break the 333 resistance area. It did give us a nice curl off of this inverted head and shoulders that we drew right here. Shoulder, head, and shoulder. And it gave us a nice little pop-up. I wouldn't say it was a clean move. It's very, very choppy. Very choppy. So if you're day trading, it would be very nasty. Nasty. But I guess if you're holding longer term for a longer day trade or for maybe a swing, maybe it wasn't so bad. But you know what? This is not really that schmexy. Not schmexy. No. So I'm going to go to ASPN and see what they're doing. ASPN. And again, it's up 36%, but barely moving. And it's in that channel. Let's get the graffiti pencil out and draw that channel. Ladies and gentlemen, channel time. Right over here and right over there. Channel time.
It's channel time.
Channel time. Ladies and gentlemen, channel time. We're getting closer to that 10 o'clock hour, and that's when a lot of volume starts to drop. So hopefully we will get some movement, some activity from a ticker before that, because I'd like to see a big run. APVO sold off and is now coming back somewhat. And wait a minute. Nope, it's selling off again. This stock, I actually lost money on it, but I ended up green for the day because I traded other tickers that made some loot for me. Hub C was one of them. Hub C made money for me, and CNTX made money for me, and I lost money on APVO. And again, it's barcoding, so I don't particularly find it schmexy. How about SGBX, you could see that it had this pop and drop, and it curled up, and we thought it was going to form possibly a cup and handle, and it kind of did, but now it dropped again. So again, not very trustworthy, not very schmexy. No. Let's go to the videotape. Let's try CNTX and see what's going on. And again, it's just hugging the 200 EMA and not really breaking through to the VWAP, which is now at 193. We could see that the RSI is moving towards the oversold area, but it's in the middle still, and we could see that there's a lot of red volume candles. So not schmexy. Not schmexy at all, I would say. Not at all. We're still waiting. We're still looking. Let's see. What other ticker do I want to take a look at? Let's take a look at the big float ticker ENVX. ENVX was moving somewhat, but it has a massive float, and I don't trust it. ENVX, and you can see we had formed a trend line for it, and it has been consistently selling off. Let's get the graffiti pencil out so that we can extend the trend line, and we can see that in fact, ladies and gentlemen, ENVX is not friends with the trend, because when I zoom in, zoom, you could see that it's selling off, and in fact, you can even see what could be determined as a triple top, a triple threat, triple top, and we don't like triple tops because they're bearish. Bearish. Right there's another topo, and then another topo over there, and if we go to the 5-minute, we'll probably see a bunch of tops up there as well. Let's zoom in, zoom. Okay, and we could see that it actually probably even looks like on the 5-minute, it looks like a shoulder, head, and then another shoulder. So you got confluence between the 1 and 5, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it did the flusheroon, and we never like the flusheroon, ladies and gentlemen. We do not like the flusheroon, especially if the flusheroon takes us below the trend, and now you have a situation where the trend is not friends with ENVX. So we say,
thanks for the memories.
Why do I need you? If you're going to sell off, why do I need you? I'll look for another ticker. How about AEYE? AEYE. Let's see. That is moving somewhat on very low volume. Does it have news? Let's see. Audio Eye supports Department of Health and Human Services issuance of final rule strengthening protection for individuals with disabilities. Okay, that seems like much to do about nothing. It's only up about 9%, and the float is 7 million, and it only has 54,000 volume. Not schmexy, and it has a top tail. Wait a minute. It's trying to move, but again, it's under 10%. I mean, it's not that schmexy. I'm going to put an alert here. If it wakes up and it wants to talk to me later, you give me a call, okay? You give me a ringy dingy. Yeah. Give me a call. If you start moving, give me a call. Until then, you're not schmexy. No. ALLR, the leading runner, which has been bearish, and it continues to be bearish. Not good. Not good. Okay, you had your moments. Thanks for the memories. But for now, not that schmexy. SGBX. And we could see that it is trying to stay above a trend line. Let's get the graffiti pencil out. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting the graffiti pencil out, and we're going to draw a trend line. How about right there? Boom, chakalaka. And it's staying above the trend. It's in this little nasty channel. So let's get the other graffiti pencil. Right there. And we could go like this, and we could go like maybe right over here. Right there, a little channel time. And it does look like it's possibly forming a head and shoulder inverted, which would be a bull reversal. Let's get the other graffiti pencil out. So maybe a shoulder here, maybe a shoulder here, but again, it's not really that significant. So I'm not 100% convinced that's what's going on. We need to see it really push. So again, inverted head and shoulders would be a bull reversal and would indicate that the price action could go uppity up. But again, we don't have a lot of volume, right? But with an inverted head and shoulders, you would expect the price action to go up. We have resistance at $3.50. The stock is not super trustworthy because it's popped and dropped. So I don't really trust it. I don't like stuff like that. I don't like that SGBX. Get your act together, break 350, and show some actual fortitude. Trustworthiness, if you will. And again, it's just consolidating. It's kind of boring. Let's take a look at Sizu. I love that name. Sizu is moving 38%, ladies and gentlemen. 39%, ladies and gentlemen. It has a high of $11.72. Did we say it had news? I don't think it had news. Did it have news? No news. It's just going parabolic. I wouldn't say it's parabolic, but it's moving up. It's moving up, but there goes that top tail again. I don't like top tails. We like the bottom tail. Oh, bottom tail. Bottom tail. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Put it in the chat. Bottom tail. Bottom tail. Bottom tail. Sizu. Come on, Sizu. And again, just for informational purposes, Sizu has a float of only 95,000 shares. And watch this, the volume currently is 600,000. So we have we have over 6 times the float. Now, is it being bought up by shorts? Or are the shorts getting squeezy? Well, we don't know because we're seeing top tails and doji tails on the one. Let's see what the 5 minute looks like. The 5 minute. And then, as we can see on the 5 minute, it looks rather top tail-ish. And of course, we do not like top tailers.
We like the bottom tail.
We like the bottom tail. We're going to put an order in for a bottom tail.
We like
bottom tail. Let's go to a longer time frame. Let's go to 180 days and see what's going on. And we can get our graffiti pencil out and do some drawing. Hello. How about there? Boom. How about over here? Boom. How about over there? Boom. Okay, and maybe right there. Boom. Okay, now let's go to the 1 minute. 1 minute. Let's go to 1 minute. And again, super extended. A lot of top tails. Very choppy. But it did hit a high of almost 40%. Sizu. We will come back and watch you because you're Sizu. And you're very interesting. And you know what? I find you really very entertaining. Can I have your number, Sizu? Is it wrong to hit on a stock?
DBL Moms is glaring.
Ow! DBL Moms, it's just a stock. I was joking. It's for the audience. Oh my God. SGBX moving. I got to catch my breath. DBL Moms just.
I warned you.
She gave me one. She gave me a 5-finger sandwich just now. Holy moly. DBL Moms packs a punch. You know how it is from those gals from Brooklyn. Those Brooklyn gals. They're tough. They're rough. Yeah. You know, us Floridians, we're more passive.
Yeah.
Yes, we're Floridians. Can't you tell from the accent?
Oh, totally.
We're totally Floridian, aren't we? Yeah. See, so we did a little bit of drawing over here. Let's take a look at SGBX. So what we did say was we had a shoulder, head and shoulder inverted, and of course we had this channel of resistance. It broke resistance, and then we drew a line showing that it would go up, and look at that. I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to say nothing, but that was an accident. but I got a cold. I got to drink my coffee. I'm dying over here. I love you people. I'm here, and I don't feel good, and I love you. And I'm going to have myself some iced espresso so I can talk.
Espresso.
Can you gargle with an iced espresso? I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
Sono says, I can confirm it's not wrong to hit on a stock if it's schmexy.
I'm with him. If it's schmexy, I'm hitting on you. I'm hitting on you.
Glaring at you again.
DBL Moms, it's just a joke. I'm a yoker. Come on now. Simmer down, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And if you could share, ladies and gentlemen, that would be awesome because sharing is caring. And if you're not subscribed to YouTube, go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded, and remember to share.
And you can follow us on x.com, a.k.a. Twitter, at Coach Nick Money, at Coach Nick Money. And, of course, you can also follow us on Twitch, at Coach Nick Money, at Coach Nick Money. That's what's up, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're watching right now SGBX, and let's get the graffiti pencil out and continue to extend this channel. You could see that it is gravitating to this general area right now. The top of this area, $3.43, is acting as support. We need to see it pull away from that number to make me feel more secure and warm in my jammies. And I got my little jammies and my little bushy shoes. No, that's DBL Moms. She's got the bushy shoes. We got to take a picture of the bushy shoes.
Little
Yeah, they're like little bunny rabbits. She's so cute. TBL Moms is so cute, even though she packs a punch with a 5-finger knuckle sandwich.
She gives you the
Yeah,
5-knuckle shuffle.
yeah. So anyway, we got support at $3.43. $3.43. We need to see it pull away, and we need to see it break this level right over here, $3.96. Let's call it. You know what? Let's just round it up. It needs to break $4. $4. That's what I need you to do. Can you take care of business for me? Yes or no? You're up 70%. It appears to be a reverse split. That's why we have a very large percentage over here. It looks like a reverse split. And again, it's up 70%. And the float now is 10 million. Volume is only 7 million, but it seems to be moving up. And SGBX has had a history of going parabolic moves. SGBX did announce a stock split of 1-for-20, and right now it is in a new consolidation area. We need to see it start to move even further up. So I'm going to neaten up the chart a little bit. Let's get rid of this line. It obviously went up that much. Okay, it went up that much. So, but now what we want to see is something a little bit more aggressive. Can it do it? I don't know, but I would like to see something along the lines of this action right here. Again, we had a very small head and shoulders pattern right over here. Let's get the graffiti pencil out so we could circle it. And again, it was not a very impressive head and shoulders inverted. It was not, but it was there. And we talked about it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying, and it did bounce up. Now, will it continue to move up? Again, it has to maintain $3.43. That's what we need to see happen. Again, this is not super schmexy. It's kind of boring. Let's go to CNTX. CNTX with news. It has some news, and again, it sold off after the news. It had a nice run early in the AM, and the news was as follows. The stock jumped 100. It jumps on a $100 million private placement. A $100 million placement. Now, sometimes private placements make the stock go down because of dilution, but in this particular situation, it was a positive event for CNTX, and the price action went up. Now, the float is 12 million. It's a little bit on the high side, and the volume is only 19 million. 19 million. So, right now, it is below VWAP. VWAP is $1.91. $1.91. Let me change my graffiti pencil to this line right over here and right over there. So that's a resistance area, and it seems to be channeling between VWAP and the 200 EMA right over here. So we can create a nice little channel. It's channel time. It's channel time, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't he like such a great artiste? Do that again, double.
Channel time.
Channel time. Da 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 da. Hey! Give me my tapping shoes. I'm ready to have my cane and my tapping shoes. Yeah. Okay, so it's channeling over here. It's below VWAP, not particularly schmexy, only up 28%. But hey, you know, it is what it is. Let's go take a look at the videotape for ALLR, see if it recovered or if it continues to be bearish after its parabolic run of 140% earlier. And it, in fact, looks very, very bearish, and it's selling off. Did it dilute? I don't know. But that don't look schmexy now. And no. What have you done for me lately? I'm not interested in you anymore. You're not schmexy anymore. Yeah, for people that don't know what schmexy is, it's smart and sexy. And that's not the kind of curves that I like. No. Okay, let's go to the next runner, SGBX. SGBX. Hold on one second. SGBX. And let's go and see what's going on with that. Let's zoom in. Again, still trying to stay above that 343 amount right over here, right there. And it is channeling in the next level. Not particularly schmexy, but we will see what's going on. Okay, we have a request in the chat. GRRR. Let's take a look at GRRR. And, ouch. It is down 1.78% today. We are not seeing any news today. Hold on. Notification of inability to timely file a 20F. Okay, so it did not file its 20F form on a timely basis with the SEC. We are looking at a 4 million float. This stock has had a nasty history of flushing. A very nasty history.
Very nasty.
In fact, when we called HOLO in February, and it went absolutely bonkers, something like, I don't know if it was 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000%. Let's say it was 1,000%, because I don't remember what it was, but we called it before it happened.
I remember.
Holo went up, and I said, this continuation on GRRR did not look good, and it ended up diluting and flushing, and we're not talking about Queens, we're talking about the toilet. Let's go take a look at that, so we can take a look at its history, and you could see right over here, this is January, major run, sell-off, okay, and then February-ish, right over here, a spike, end of February, beginning of March, and a major sell-off, and it just has that history. Now, this is a 180-day chart. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's go to a 1-hour chart, which is 20 days, and you could theoretically say that maybe with the longer time frame, maybe it's forming a cup and handle, but quite frankly,
I don't know.
not schmexy today, and
not
not something that I would be trading. I mean, look at how thinly traded it is. You could clearly see that it is barcoding like crazy. Let's get the other graffiti pencil out so that we can show you some levels, levels.
No channel yet.
Doubles, levels, right? So we got these levels right here, okay? And we also have levels over here, and maybe over here, and maybe over there. Okay, so those are some of the levels that are going on with this. Not particularly schmexy, but we do have a situation where EBS has now become the leading runner because ALLR went into the pooper, and we see EBS is curling. Curl. It is curling on the 1 minute.
It's trying to get the muscles.
And we can see that it has a juicy big candle, green candle, but it's followed by a red candle, and we can see a lot of top wicks. So again, not super trustworthy. It is moving certainly into the overbought area, but it's not there completely yet. Let's change the time frame to the 5 minute. And when we change it to the 5 minute and zoom in a little bit, zoom, it's giving me a baby bottom tail. So let's keep an eye on it. Maybe, just maybe, it will give us a test of the high. Let's go ahead and put an alert over here, just in case we get our attention drawn somewhere else. But we're going to keep an eye on it at the 5 minute, because it was showing us a bottom tail. Now it looks more like a doji. Let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, it is after 10 o'clock, and of course volume is dropping, but it has a bottom tail. A bottom tail on the 5 minute. So we're going to watch it, and we have levels drawn for it. So we got resistance right here at 348, resistance at 354, resistance at 360, resistance at 367, and then the resistance area goes all the way up to 380. And we're watching it as it goes for a test of the high, and it gave us a new high, 83%. Ladies and gentlemen, what do they say when the humanity of it? That's what I always say, the humanity of it. Come on, 83%. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're digging the bottom tail, sharing is caring. Spin it, share the stream. Let's have some fun, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Nick.
My pleasure.
Our pleasure.
Absolutely, all the time.
Yes.
No problemo. All right, so we had a high of 83%. We're keeping an eye as it tries to break through 353, and it appears to be breaking 353, ladies and gentlemen. 86% on EBS with the news of positive earnings, and they're firing 300 slackers? No, 300 workers that got screwed. They got screwed, and I'm not laughing at them. That sucks. That sucks. 87% though, and it's making the stock price go up. So you have that. You have that. So that's what's going on. Kind of sucks for the workers, but the stock price is moving and a grooving, and we do have a high. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, it did do a head and shoulders pattern in pre-market, and then did a tankaroon, and then it did an inverted head and shoulders that we called it. Well, how do you say that, Doubles?
Somebody pick up that phone.
Because we
'Cause
called
I called
it.
it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We called that inverted head and shoulders, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. Yes, sir. So now we have it at 87. We have levels over here. Let's put it on the 1 minute so we can see more dynamic movement. Let's zoom in and let's take a look at what the RSI is showing us. It's obviously in the overbought area. You have green candles though, but you also have top tails. We don't like the top tails.
We like the
Bottom tails. Ladies and gentlemen, mark bottom tails in the chat. That's what we need.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what we need. 89%. Resistance at 366. 90%. Ladies and gentlemen, the humanity of it. And it's got room. Come on, break it.
baby.
Come on, pump it. Pump it. Squeeze it. Squeezy, squeezy. Nice and easy. Not so easy. 91%. Come on, you got room. You got resistance right over here at 380. Do you keep going? We got two top tails. Losing a little momentum. Losing a little bit of momentum. EBS with a float of the one and only. The float is 51 million. Heavy float. But news is out there, and now it's giving us top tails, double top tails. It's pulling back. It was a nice run. 91%? 90%? 91%, ladies and gentlemen. 91%. It is tantalizing us with becoming a bagger. A bagger. We're going to keep an eye on it because this might just be a pullback. Although we do see that it is in the oversold area of the RSI. The RSI. The RSI, and the level 2 is starting to get a little messy. A little messy, a little messy. A little bit. But we're going to keep an eye on it because it's holding the 360. Does it give us an A, B, C, D? An A. Let's get the graffiti pencil out. Get the graffiti pencil out. Does it give us an A to the B to the C? Hold on. I didn't get the B to the C. B to the C right there. And then there's the C to the D. Do we get it? Yes or no? Yes or no? Let's go to the 5 minute. Let's see what we can check out. Is there a confluence? Is there a confluence over here? A confluence? It's pretty extended. That's what worries me. Doubles, it's extended. That worries me. Let's go to the 1 minute. 1 minute. I mean, it had a heck of a run. It's still kind of holding up, though, so let's keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Can it give us a bottom tail? Ladies and gentlemen, if you want a bottom tail on EBS, put it in the comments, and I'm sure that the gods of stock may or may not give you a bottom tail. They may or may not give you a bottom tail. Bottom tail. Come on, baby. You can do it. You can do it. A, B, C, D. Do you know your alphabets, EBS? EBS, do you know your ABCDs? Come on now. A, ha, 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 ha. B, ha. Wait, that's count track.
Well,
let's do it with the ABCD anyway. Let's do it anyway. A, ha, 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 ha. B, ha, 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 ha. C, ha, 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 ha. D, ha, ha, ha. Come on, man. Nope, it looks like it's forming a head and shoulders or a double top right here, and that would be a bearish situation. And if it starts to come down to 353, we need it to stay above 353. But hold on, it's a pumping. Oh, wait a minute. Is it going to give us the A, B, C, D, or is it going to be a false breakout? 367 becomes a key level. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I always like to do? I always like to put the alert because it kind of makes me feel like it's going to break it. You know, even though there's no guarantees. But you know what? I like it because I like hearing the ding in my head. That's when DBL Mom whacks me in the head. That ding in the head. Okay. But hold on. Is this an A, B, C, D? Come on now. It's in the channel. Hold on, we're going to get a graffiti pencil out. Yeah, it's channeling. It's a channel time. Channel time. Here we go. It's in a channel right here, and we have support, but it's barely holding support at 360. And we got resistance at 366, 367, and it's toying with my emotions. I need it to be an A, B, C, D, so I can look like a star. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, don't we want me to be a star? Come on, it looks like it's a double top. Double top? Come on, get above 360. You know what? It gave us a hell of a run. 91%. You can't really complain, but you know how I feel about it, right? What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me
EBS,
lately?
come on, man. Come on. All right, we're going to come back to you. And if I hear a ringy dingy, I will be back. There is XB what is it? XBP. XBP in the house. XBP is moving up. Does it have news? Does it have news? U.S. companies moving, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not interesting. XBP Europe awarded a transformative project for His Majesty's Passport Office. Hey, wait a minute. His Majesty, I got purple underwear. Wait a minute. I got purple underwear.
I got purple
Holy
underwear.
moly. Actually, I really don't. I have striped underwears. And my beautiful DBL moms gave me the striped underwears. Is she trying to tell me that I'm going to be imprisoned? I don't know. But this stock is kind of curling up. I don't know. I'm being silly today. It's up 67%. 67% on XBP Europe awarded a transformative project for His Majesty's Passport. And DBL moms gives me striped underwear. Come on now. Come on now. Too much information. The float is 8 million and the volume is kind of low at 2.99 million. But maybe, let's get the pencil out.
The pencil.
Look at what it could be. I'm going to try to be positive here. I'm going to try to be positive. This stock is currently up 67%. And look at what it may be forming. A cup and a handle on the 1 minute. Let's see what it looks like on the 5 minute. 5 minute.
Let's see.
A lot of top tails. It looks like it needs to break this area. Let's get the videotape out. Here, we're going to change to this graffiti pencil right over here and give it a little bit of a line, and it needs to break that resistance area right over there of 220. 220 does not have a heck of a lot of volume. It seems like it's losing gasoline. It looks like it's losing gasoline, but we will look at it at 1 o'clock. Not 1 o'clock, the 1 minute, and it is certainly not moving schmexy enough. We will be back to XBP. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? EBS, ladies and gentlemen, EBS. EBS is in the house. Did it do an ABCD? I didn't hear a ringy dingy. It's still in that channel.
It's still in the channel.
How does it go? Channel
time.
time. Will it stay above the channel or will it sell off a lot of top tails? We don't like the top tails.
We like the bottom.
We love the bottom tail. It's all about the bottom, baby. Hey now. This looks kind of bearish to me. It looks like it's forming. It looks like it's forming a double top over here. That's what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like on the 5 minute. I'm not liking that. It didn't break out, and it's losing juice, and that doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy. No, it seems like it's losing juice. Nah, this looks kind of yucky. I need it to bounce back up to make me feel warm and fuzzy. Otherwise, maybe it's done for the moment. Done for the moment. But again, I would still keep an eye on it for later on. I'm going to probably keep an eye on it for later on. Okay, we also have a runner that we did a video on a couple of days ago, and it ran 2 days in a row, CYCC, and it is curling on low volume, and it's currently up 16%. And you know what I'm going to do? Side chart, ladies and gentlemen, CYCC, side chart, little side chart action. What other tickers do we have? Does anybody want us to take a look at a ticker? If you do, put it in the chatteroon. I tell you, put it in the chatteroon. How about ZAPP popping in with only 2 million float? ZAPP, Zapparoon, and it doesn't have a heck of a lot of volume. Not particularly schmexy, up 7.55%. Not particularly schmexy. Let's go back to the videotape for XBP. DBL Moms gave me underwear that are striped. I don't know what she was trying to imply, but this company, XBP, it has a European awarded a transformation project for His Majesty's Passport Office. So what do I not have that XBP has? I'll tell you what it is. It has 71%. 71%. And of course we had the old cup and handle bull pattern. So does it keep on moving upward? Let's keep an eye on it. Let's DBL Nicks, I just want to share with you that it could also be that it has an inverted head and shoulders. So shoulder, ahead. Come on. Shoulder, supersata. There you go. So could it be an inverted bull pattern? Inverted head and shoulders in addition to a cup and a handle. We want to see it stay above the 219, 220 mark. That would make me feel better, and I would like to see some volume. I don't want to be too picky, and I don't want to break your shoes too much, but a little bit of volume would make me feel better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to EBS and see what EBS is doing. We'll come back to you, XBP, because you're moving kind of slow. EBS, ladies and gentlemen, EBS. And again, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you're not subscribed to us on Twitter, which is x.com, we are at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
What he just said. And also on Twitch, we are at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
That's right. It's not an echo. It's both of us talking at the same time. That's what we're doing. Yes, sir. Now, we did form a ABCD type of pattern over here, and we're still hoping that it does an ABCD pattern. It kind of faked us out and went down. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! It's moving on up. It's moving on up, and it's going to test the high. Is it going to test the high, or is it testing my emotions? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and put another graffiti line over here. We're going to put another line at the 369. 369. I said 69.
69.
I said 69. I'm not immature, DVL Mom. Stop it. Ah, what the heck? Stop being choppy. Stop it. This could be a double top, and we could be seeing a flush, a rune. But we do see a little bit of a bottom tail. Let's see if we have a confluence at the 5. Do we have a confluence at the 5? It's kind of doji-esque. It's trying to be a top tail, but it's doji-esque. It looks like you got double tops, which are bearish on the 5 minute. So that doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy. Doesn't make me warm and fuzzy. Let's zoom in. Again, it's in this channel, and I need to see it break out of this channel. Let's get the graffiti pencil out and fill the gap over here so you can see the channel that we're talking about. Again, it continues to stay within this channel, and it's kind of moving indecisively. It is certainly after 10 o'clock. It's almost 10:30, but it hasn't given up. But on the other hand, it hasn't broken out either. So 360 and 367 seems to be the channel it's in. It's given us a high of 91%. Is that correct, DVL Moms? 91%. 91%. So we're going to keep an eye on it for a minute because maybe it'll test the high. 369, 69. Ow, DVL Moms, relax. I'm talking about the price action. I'm seeing stars. I'm seeing stars. I'm a star. Come on now. Come on. Break the 369. That is a critical level for it to break. It would give us a new high, and we could see something going closer to 380, and we're 92%, 93%, and it's pushing, it's pushing, it's squirting, it's squirting, it's pumping, 96%. Come on, $3.80 is a resistance area. It went to 381. We're waiting to see if it will go to the next resistance area, or will it flush? 392 would be the next area, and it's pumping 102%. Ladies and gentlemen, the second bagger of the day. Another one. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw it here. EBS on news of earnings, and they laid off 300 workers. Sad for the workers, but it allowed the price action to go up 102%. I hope y'all are greenable. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like seeing bottom tail squirt, share. Sharing is caring. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the second runner of the day, and I don't think it's done yet. It's trying to tickle the next resistance area, 391. Will it keep going?
Tickle.
What was it? What do I keep saying?
What
of it all?
The humanity.
The humanity of it all. The humanity of it all. Come on. The humanity of it all. Come on. Will you break 391? It certainly lost juice, but we do have 1 point. Oh, wow. That's a big drop in volume right there. That's not good. That's a big drop in volume. Big drop in volume. No. We don't like that drop in volume. All right, it does need to pull back because that was quite a bull run. Bull run, ladies and gentlemen. A bull run. That was quite a bull run. We're watching it. And it looks like it may try to test. Let's see if it gives us another bottom tail. Right now, it's kind of doji-esque. We don't like doji-esque because that's indecisiveness. But maybe there will be another squeeze. Maybe. But we do see that the RSI is showing us that it is in the overbought region. And we could see that the current volume candle is red. So we need to see a change in that color, and we need to see it certainly hold 380. Needs to hold 380. This is the new channel right now, 380 and 392. That's the channel. It looks like it's trying to create a bottom tail.
Bottom tail.
Maybe it's a pullback, and maybe we see a break of 392. We're going to keep an eye on it because it looks like it's churning, and it looks like it's pumping, and it's pumping, and it's doing it on low volume, and it's squirting 103. Is it a bull? Is it a bull trap, or does it keep going? 104, ladies and gentlemen. Does it break the $4 mark? It broke the $4. 110, 111, 111, ladies and gentlemen. The humanity of it. 111, 112, ladies and gentlemen. The resistance area over there is going to be 420. Oh, 420 party. 420 party, ladies and gentlemen. And we see it hit a high of 112%, ladies and gentlemen. EBS, 112%, ladies and gentlemen, 112%. It hit $4.13. Actually, we wanted it to hit 420.
420.
To have a 420 party, ladies and gentlemen. But this is a PG channel. PG channel. Can't you tell? Come on, it is so extended. If it goes up again, amazing. 115, ladies and gentlemen. 116, 420, 123, ladies and gentlemen. 123%, ladies and gentlemen. Who's showing it to you live? It's the Coachmeister General with the DBL Knicks, with the Queen of Stocks. 126 with the Queen of Stocks herself, DBL Moms. 138, ladies and gentlemen, the humanity of it. Ladies and gentlemen, sharing is caring. Oh my God, it gave us bottom tails and kept on going. 146, ladies and gentlemen. Squeezy, squeezy, nice and easy. Oh my God. Oh, OMG. 146, 146%, and we now have $4.76 as a high, and it's a little tired. It is super duper extended. You have a top tail over here, but you know what? Much respect. I'm bowing. EBS, I'm bowing. We are definitely in the overbought area of the RSI. Certainly, a lot of shorts just got squeezed to no end, and it looks like it's trying to squeeze some more. Will it succeed? Oh my goodness. Let's go to the 5-minute chart and take a look at what the 5-minute chart looks like. The 5-minute is giving us a doji. We want bottom tail. We want the bottom tail. Will it hold a key level of 441, or will it retract?
Right now,
we don't want retraction. We don't want retraction. Let's go to the 1-minute. Doji on the 1. We need to see it start moving upward. We need to see it start pulling upward. Maybe right here. Right there. Otherwise, it's going to pull back. But it gave us 146% run. Will we see 200%? It's got to pull back. I mean, it really went. Quite a bit. Yeah. It's super duper. And by the way, I don't want to brag or anything, but A, B, C. So I'm going to fix my C to D over there. I'm going to fix my C to D and get what is it? What do you say? Get the phone. I called it. How do you say it?
Yeah, somebody pick up that phone.
Cause we called it.
I called it.
Yep, we called it. Right over there. There you go. Yeah. A, B, C, D. We called it. We called it. That's a big D right there, yo. Yo, that's a huge D. A huge D. After a major squirt. Holy moly. Holy moly. Now we got a lot of top tails on the 1. Let's see what it looks like on the 5. Is it resetting itself to go again? I mean, it is super extended. Very risky at this level. Very risky at this level. But I'm going to keep an eye on EBS. It's actually 1032. Volume has gone down. And EBS has still been in beast mode. Ladies and gentlemen, beast mode. Beast mode. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gracious. Okay, it's got that top tail. And if it pulls back, I wouldn't be totally surprised. But you know what? It gave us 146%.
146%.
146%. And you, ladies and gentlemen, were live to see it on the stream. Yeah. So that's 2 100% plus bangers called today. We called ALLR early on in the morning
In the morning.
with the private Discord and EBS right on the live stream with the YouTube, with the X, with the Twitchy Witchy. And right now we got a little bit of a bottom tail below 440, which is now resistance. There is a bottom tail, but it looks like it's selling off. And again, it had one hell of a run. You know what? Thanks for the memories. We're going to keep an eye on it, see if it can get itself over 440. It was one hell of a sweeping squeeze. And if we pull in a little bit further, you can see that tail right there. You know, it popped and it dropped. But again, A, B, C, D, and we called it.
We called it.
We called it.
Called it.
Ring, 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 ringy dingy. One ringy dingy. Two ringy dingies. Three ringy dingies. If you know old stuff, you would understand the reference, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so it is now 10:33. We saw a beautiful play by EBS. We're going to start wrapping things up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not following us on the YouTube,
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded, and remember to share.
sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. And also, if you're not following us on X.com, we're going to keep an eye on EBS and see if it can curl. But if you're not following us on X.com, which is Twitter, as we watch EBS's possible curl, would it be forming another ABCD? Would it go A to B over here, to C over here, to D over here? I mean, it's super extended, but you just never know. You never know. It has a lot of volume now, you know. Yeah, EBS has a lot of volume. Yeah, in fact, it has 70 million shares that have changed hands, and the average 10-day amount is only 1 million. 1 million too. So 70 million. And it's got a heavy float, but it has the news about the earnings, and they got rid of, or they're getting rid of 300 employees to cut their costs. Unfortunate for those employees, but it certainly caused the squeezy, nice and easy. It sure did. Okay, so if you're not following us on X.com, you could follow us on X.com, which is Twitter, and it's
Coach Nick
at
Money.
Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see how we do that echo thing? Also, if you're not following us on Twitch, follow us on Twitch.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. Yeah, that echo. Right there. And also, if you want to check us out, you want to see us really cook, come into the Discord. We got the special going on, 99 cents for 7 days. It's a no-brainer, ladies and gentlemen. If you're enjoying this content, imagine all the runners that we call in the Discord. We cover the market, pre-market, early morning, regular hours, and after hours. Nobody does it better. Nobody does it better, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of bangers, a lot of times.
Yes, we do, and you could watch stocks squirt up because we like those squirters like ALLR and EBS that both went well over 100%. And we're going to leave you with EBS. I'm still thinking that EBS is worth watching. Not financial advice. We're not stock professionals. We're not financial professionals. It's not stock or financial advice. It's just a show. But we're going to keep an eye on EBS, and we send you much love. Be very greenable, ladies and gentlemen. Make money. Make money. It's Coach Nick Money.
And DVL Nick's in the house.
And the one and only, the stock queen herself.